Hello there, Furballs. Today we're gonna react to some videos from our friend János here. He's the owner of the channel called Ironically Living in Europe, and he makes some awesome videos. And I found two of which I want to react to. So that's what we're gonna do firstly today, and after that we're gonna get back to actually three of his videos are what we're gonna react to today. So that's what we're gonna do firstly, and after that we're gonna go and play our favorite little shooter game, which is Doorframe. So let me just switch over to that scene, and then we can just start with it. So the thing is, the first one we're gonna react to is the Balkan schools were different, because I can feel this in my heart. So let me just start this and see how loud it gets.
School.
The chaotic energy is already resonating from this one now.
It is the most influential time in a young child's development.
That was me at a young age. No, not really, but yeah, we were kind of like this when the teacher said, I need like two stronger young boys to help me carry some chairs," and that's how you feel when you can carry like 3 or more chairs.
From learning valuable knowledge about the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell that they will never again call upon in their adult days of working a 9 to 5 in an office, to learning valuable social skills of not coming dressed to school in your Naruto headband, which can be applied at the office.
Can
School is
be.
an indispensable period of growth in every person's life, but at the end of the day, this is the Balkans. When it comes to the Balkans and them essentially
The
being the
explosions.
black hole of Europe, sucking in all prospects of development, stability, financial
What
independence,
the hell
and
was that?
Canadian
Was that a little shoe?
all prospects of development.
Yes, it is. I have never seen one of these guys before. the sneakers. I'm rocking the little shoes, you know.
Development, stability, financial independence, and Canadian expats, it is no surprise that one of the most essential experiences of day-to-day life differs from that of the US and other Western nations. Now, at first glance, one of the major notable differences might be going to a dilapidated shack for 6 hours a day to get your education.
Now let's see what it says. Um, I can't actually understand none of this shit, because I think it's not in Hungarian. I'm not thinking that, but it's sure it's not in Hungarian. But yeah, otherwise I would understand it. But yeah, usually this is the state of all the schools in the Balkans. At least that's the case for most of the elementary schools and middle schools. But yeah, it's just kind of depressing. And there is always cold inside, so you are sitting there with your coats on and in a hat and cap and stuff like that. So it's kind of not the best experience that you can go through. But yeah, we're just traumatized enough.
Having your classes last only 45 minutes each,
Now that's a door if I ever seen one.
or not having a madman play Call of Duty in the hallways every other month. Yet, one of the most defining characteristics of a school in the Balkans is its environment and just the absolute chaotic energy resonating from it. More often than not, classes would take place in a dilapidated Soviet-style building constructed sometimes in the 60s or 70s that essentially resembled more a beginner house in Minecraft than an educational institution. The walls were usually painted in some combination of Disney's Go Away green, white, or blue, with the desks
Yeah, that green was
being
the one
made
that we had.
mostly out of a combination of cheap wood and sawdust and held together by discounted metal frames, the paint on which has been slowly peeling off and rust took well over. Within the classrooms, the schools used the same ceramic heater a grandma in Chelyabinsk 50 years ago did, because all the funding
we had these in the technicum I was going to. We had these in the workshop, because these are the only ones that can survive in a workshop environment. We had these, but they were like 5 meters long. and these were the only kinds that we could sit on without it being being ripped off of the wall. So, yeah, that was the purpose. That was the purpose with this one. These are strong as hell, stronger than the Soviet Union itself.
Chelyabinsk 50 years ago did, because all the funding for schools went to the mayor's
And that was
BMW
beer on the
Series
table.
7. So it was cold all the time. The
What is that? Was that? That's Kisgrofo. That's a Hungarian gypsy singer. He sings Mulator. Yeah, it was hell for me. That's why I drop out, because yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. It's like a fucking prison sometimes. And the walls and the fences with the literal barbed wire, or I'm not sure what's that, but I'm not sure whose idea that was. But I mean, in Hungary, we have like a law that states that if you are in the time when the classes take part, no matter where you are, the school will be responsible. So the thing is, if you sneak out of the school and then you get hit by a bus, then the school is going to have to go to lawsuits and shit for how could you get out of the school in teaching times. Ooh, ooh, now that actually sounds like a prison. What the hell is that? I have never heard of a school where you had to walk on the right side of the hallway. What the hell is that? That's actually insane. I haven't heard of this thing. May I ask in which country were you going into school? Yeah, that's called like collective punishment, and yeah, that's a thing that all of the teachers utilize. I hate it. I hate that. I hated that with a passion.
7.
I mean, usually
was
I was
cold all
not the
the time.
troublemaker,
Thus, during winter months, most kids
but
sat
yeah,
at their
I was got
desks
punished
with their
every
winter
time as well.
coats on. While in front of the school, all the fans
Ooh, oh, so it's kinda insane-ish there as well. Well, ooh, I didn't know that that's the case in the USA. That actually sounds horrible now that I think about it. And I think now comes the fence part, because I see some fencing in here.
were spiked and 2 meters tall, which also had a portion of literal rolled barbed wire. As a way
What
to
was
prevent
I saying? What was I saying about the barbed wire? He had the same experience as I.
kids from jumping over them and escaping, because you know it wasn't a Balkan school unless you had at least 5 guys in your classroom jumping out of a first story to ditch class and wasting all of their money on Book of Ra at the Mozart bet.
Jebi ga. Voćkice mi život upropastile.
But you know what's never a waste of money? Atlas VPN, baby!
And sponsor
In the modern
time.
day, cyber attacks are ever more common as hackers are trying ever so hard to get your data. I mean, just look at the email I got the other day.
Hackerman.
Absolute menace. And
That's the
why I
Hackerman
recommend
itself.
now more than ever to get yourself a VPN, especially since I got hacked while not using one. Luckily, Atlas is here for the rescue, being one of the best VPNs out there and without a doubt the best deal on the market and only costing $1.99 a month. It prevents your login data and cookies from being stolen, keeps your search and browsing data private, and prevents malware. Alongside this, Atlas helps you avoid getting charged higher for the same product online by companies that use geographic discrimination. If you're in the market for online games or flights, Atlas is your best friend. Just switch to an Indian or Argentinian IP, and poof! Alongside that,
What does
you can
that
also
rainbow
access
dash
different
over
TV
there?
shows and movies, once again geolocked from your home country. And with just one subscription, you have all of this on unlimited devices. So just go and click the link in the description, atlasv.pn/Europe, and get Atlas Premium for just $1.99 a month, plus 3 months completely free. Since Atlas first sponsored my channel, their prices have gone up 2 times already, so better go and get yourself a subscription now before they rise again. And don't worry, if you're not satisfied with the VPN, which again I highly doubt, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So go check it out. Try it for yourself, protect yourself, and support the channel. atlasv.pn/Europe. However, that was all fine and friendly until you saw the fucking toilets.
Ooh, the toilets. The toilets are insane in this place. Half of the toilet seats are usually missing, and there is no soap and no paper towels or no hand dryers or anything. You have to wipe your hands into your pants, and that was so big of a problem that when we had the graduation, we have a like a dance in Hungary, which is called the Szalagavato, and all of us were like out of reflexes. We were like wiping our hands into our suits because we didn't have any paper towels, and we were so used to this crap that we just, oh, okay, I'm gonna wipe it in my pants, and all of us had like a wet pants at the end of the day. Játszol a fejed. Read what? Read what?
Mi vagyunk az arabok és terroristák vagyunk. Éles a mi fegyverünk és izom a mi agyunk.
Other than the fact that you basically had to shit squatting
It's Hungarian. Look at the paragraph I sent you on Twitch. Which one? Which one? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you sent it. Ooh. I can't actually see it, but it's in chat. What? The one that starts with no, it's like you don't understand, or is the one if and if one person got in trouble, the whole class got in trouble. I can only see these. But while we are talking about paragraphs, this picture and this little slider over here, that's one of Hungary's main news channels in a TV, and that's called RTL Club. And this sentence here just says that the school toilet is disgusting. So yeah, kind of that's what this says, and it's an actual school toilet in the picture.
down through a hole, which was maybe cleaned once last semester. You would also have to shit in a
And
room
both of
where you
these
basically
pictures
couldn't
were
see
the same.
15 centimeters in front of you from the smoke made by 15-year-old nicotine addicts. Now, I'm quite aware that in the
Yeah,
West,
everyone
we
was
also have
smoking in the
Dylans and
toilet.
Kyles smoking up the bathroom by inhaling a cocktail of questionable chemicals conjured in China to taste like strawberries and mint. But no.
Does that contain a link? Because links are permanently blocked in this chat. But I'm gonna look it up. I'm not sure why it is not showing up. I can't see it. I can't see it. I literally can't see it. Maybe it's because I'm a stupid pile of shit. That can be a reason why. Where is it? Is it here? No, it's not. It's not. It's not showing up. It's not actually showing up.
This is the Balkans.
Go to sleep, Albania. No one go to sleep.
We smoke the stuff grown, sun-dried, and roasted in the glorious lands of Kentucky, which is bound to make you give up running on the treadmill after 2 minutes and shorten your life by 10 years minimum. So going into the bathroom felt like going to a country club back in the 60s, as you could taste the cancer forming in your lungs from all the smoke. And this wasn't just the case in high school. You'd also have kids start smoking in 7th grade. And instead of sharing a pack of gum during recess, they'd all be sharing a box of cigarettes.
That was the thing. We had like a dedicated smoking area in my technicum where I was going, and yeah, when I was going to that technicum, all of the people, all of it, everyone just disappeared, and everyone went to smoke, and they were smoking with the teachers and with all the other students, and that was kind of like a most social place in the whole school because everyone was going there and everyone was sharing like a pack of cigarettes. Now, I'm gonna read what you say, what you wrote, but I can I just for the life of mine I can't read out loud without breaking up a sentence. So yeah, I'm gonna just read it.
Also had some opening up startups in the trade of illicit substances. So, on special occasions, you'd also have the police coming in and taking away Ivan for being a very naughty boy. But of course, some kids also played by the books and would sell home brewed brandy to the teachers. On a more wholesome note, if you lived in a more
Ooh, so you couldn't actually wear clothing that said like basically anything. Well, that shit. That shit. They would hate me, or I would just get expelled because I was wearing some not even particularly me, but I had some friends who were wearing shirts that was saying like slurs in Hungarian, and and usually the principal itself was going into our classroom and said that you have to switch your shirts to the to the sports shirts that we had. We also had like this this heavy fabric sports shirts, and that was in the winter it was cold. In the summer it was so fucking hot and non-breathing that is just crazy. And my particular problem with that thing was the kind of fabric that they were using for it, because that thing just felt like sandpaper on your titties, if you know what I mean. So that was kind of the whole feeling with the I think it's called PA, physical exercise, in the PA classes.
multicultural area like I did, during winter you'd have the kids split up into groups of whoever and Hungarians, and then have snowball fights. So, you know, that was always pretty fun and helpful in the preparation for that third Yugoslav war. None of that compared to what was going on inside the buildings on a daily occasion.
Ooh, yeah. The teachers talking down on everyone. It's just. I'm not sure why, but in Hungary, all the teachers do that. We had a teacher. I would like to say here that we were going into a mainly male school because it was a machine manufacturing technician school. So all guys, a few girlies only, and we had a Hungarian teacher. That was the the class she she teached us. Yeah, that thing. I mean, not that thing, but her. But her was like so upset on us talking shit all day long, even in the recesses and stuff like that. That she just casually sent us to the toilet to quote unquote wash out our mouth. And I'm not sure why she did that, but it was kind of crazy. Oh, so you didn't get the diploma out of that school. I mean that's fine as well.
The classrooms
I mean,
before
I
the
don't have a
teachers would
diploma.
come
I'm
and
just a
after they
measly
would leave
technician.
were just utter chaos and a free-for-all. A popular way to kill time waiting for the lesson to start was using chairs as darts and the wall as a dartboard. The motto was, if it can be broken into pieces, it will be. So you'd have kids finding as many creative ways to break the already bare.
Yeah, that was kind of the feeling with here as well. But hmm, in the lunchtime, the thing was with the lunchtime, we had like a really small lunchroom, and kind of like a quarter of the people who went to that school could fit in there at the moment, and the other problem was that we were like basically closed out of the classrooms. So in the recesses, we couldn't go into the classrooms. We had to sit on the corridor itself. You can imagine there was like two little benches, all of which is full. And then when you have to eat, you have to basically eat sitting on the floor. That was my finest moment, because I decided if I'm using like this bookcase thing in my backpack, then my backpack will be so fucking strong that I can sit on it, and then I will have a dedicated chair, and and all of my friends are laughing about me, but I was the one who didn't eat from the floor. So yeah, and basically, if you had said anything to anyone, everyone got offended, and the teachers were there, and the teachers that were like, oh my god, he's talking shit about I don't know what and I don't know who, but we usually were pretty cool with each other. We were talking about lots of stuff back then. But yeah, let me just continue this one.
Like stacking the chairs together on a desk and then sitting on the throne of heights.
I just remembered.
Role-playing as
We had this thing, the throne of chairs, but we made it so it was functional, because the window fell out of its place, and we had to bring it back there to stabilize it. Let's just say that. So to not make the window fall out of its socket completely, we needed to like put back the upper hinge or something. And I have a picture of this. I couldn't show the picture to you right now, but it was basically the same. And the guy standing on top of this, and another guy holding his hand, so he will not fall over and out of the window from the second floor. And one of my friends photographed this and calculated how the forces and how the friction forces and the gravitational forces holding this contraption together. And that guy was working on that for like an hour straight, but we had the answer that it was actually stable. Because yeah, we are basically mechanics, so we can calculate shit like that.
role-playing as if
And I
you're in
may
the
have
bus
to
going into a
tie
car
back my
crash.
hair, because it's just getting out of hand.
Come in one by one into the classroom while opening and slamming the door after yourself. And of course, hiding in the class closet and breaking the door.
What is
You
that
also had
door?
occasionally that one kid giving birth to a backpack as the others around him help him deliver, and as the schools have
I have a
life,
video
they
about
also
that
had
somewhere.
death.
What is that?
You could also spot a kid practicing for his life after high school to be a
Is he a
layman as
layman?
the teacher was going over the day's lesson. And just as the police would sometimes raid a school, so would the students as well.
That teacher is gonna hit someone. I know. That teacher is gonna mess someone up big time.
Some guys even put snow in the electric sockets and made the whole school go into a blackout. It was a show. Of course, I'm guessing many of you are wondering by now, what about the teachers? Didn't they have anything to say about this? Well, to put it lightly, they didn't give a 90% of them were working for 500 euros a month, or whatever the country they were in could get away with paying them that was slightly above minimum wage. You'd have 63-year-old teachers coming to work on a bike and sandals wearing a babe cap, or with a bottle of rakia that they bought from the previously mentioned student. Often than not, they just wouldn't do anything because they're not being paid enough for this shit. But on the off occasion that they cared about their job even slightly, you'd either have them A, publicly breaking out in tears.
That's
Now,
what we managed to
usually
do.
they were rookies that just finished teaching school, or B, they'd beat up a student.
What was I saying about that guy?
Now, these were usually older ones that were in this for far too long, and of course, after 5 months of this, they reached a breaking point. In conclusion, mismo govna. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like and subscribe button, and go over to my site and buy yourself a shirt at theironicsshop.com. Or join the postcard club, where I send you postcards from the places I visited. My name is Janos, and you've watched Living Ironically in Europe.
I love this outro song. Now that's more like it. So, what I want to do today is actually just do some farming on this Brutus, because I'm looking for the weapon called Harmony. Yeah. Why we do that? I think I'm gonna just talk shit about random stuff. For example, about my about my story, because I tried to actually cook. I mean, not cook, but boil water for making tea. But you know, I'm not the most usable tool in the kitchen. So I kind of just went ahead and burned off the hair from my forearm, and yeah, that was that was me trying to boil water for a tea. So that's kind of what happens around me if I'm left unsupervised in the kitchen, which is becoming a greater and greater problem by the day, because yeah. Because just I live alone and I need to cook something just to not die. So yeah, that's one thing that happened to me, and there was that other time when I actually set water on fire, and you can do that by boiling water to make some pasta and totally forgetting about it, and yeah, that happened to me. Because I was putting oil in the water just so that the pasta don't stick together, And yeah, I forgot about it, and all the water boiled away, and you know what that means? There was oil in a steaming hot pan, and that pan was basically setting the oil on fire. So yeah, that's kinda what happened with me around the kitchen. And there was the other time where where me and my siblings decided to, oh, we're gonna make this here little sweet, and we decided to do that because, oh, we can actually do this. Why wouldn't we be able to do this? We couldn't do that. So we were scared about the fact that maybe that thing is gonna climb out of the trash can and gonna eat us. So yeah, we are not the best with with cooking and baking and stuff like that. But yeah, somehow we manage. I mostly manage by eating sandwiches, which is a thing that I can actually do pretty nicely. And those guys have actually just collected all of the Twister vehicles, which means that we just need to power this thingy and go up. And when I eventually decide to cook something, it usually ends up being not that bad. But how should I put this? Usually it ends up being rotten in the fridge. If it even gets to the fridge, because I totally forgot about stuff like that. Always. One that's a boosted charge. We're gonna use that. And yeah, kinda that's that's my cooking skills in a nutshell. And these guys are kinda bugging. Oh, and we still have a lot to go. How tall is this place actually? It's not that tall, but it just takes a long time to get up there. So, well, that's cooking for me, and yeah. Oh, we are getting close to the end of this thing here. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm not intended to do that. And one of my fellow friends is actually playing with Warframe as well. He was my classmate. And he was the one who said that Szeged is a good place because there is where the Tisza and the Duna crosses. And I was like, man, are you stupid? Oh my gosh.
Almost done. One final stretch. We have to get the capsule to extraction.
So yeah, I had some crazy friends over the years. One time I actually became friends with a random runaway punk on the street. He was straight up coming to me like, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm out of money and I've been traveling for like 6 days straight, and I want to drink a beer. Could you help me out? And I was like, sure, man, we are going to drink anyways. Come with us. So sometimes shit like this happens around me. I mean, that's not a thing that happens too often, but sometimes. But I'm kinda more like an introverted person usually, because these things only happen if I'm with other people, because otherwise I wouldn't dare talking to random people like this. And we got some Vestigel modes. and that is what we are looking for. We own 155 of these, and we need 300, so that's gonna be like a little bit of a farming. So yeah, until then I can actually just talk about random shit like the fact that I have 2 sewing machines, and one of which is actually haven't been used since like two months, but I need to make some bed sheets, so maybe that's a thing that will actually happen sometimes in the future, and maybe I'm gonna do like a little tutorial video about it to name something like how to make a bed sheet out of cotton fiber, because yeah, usually that's what that's my choice for bed sheeting,
Operator, when Jade
but they are kind of pricey
this area was
to make it yourself, because yeah, good quality materials cost a lot if you buy it
Goddess has gained control
by little bits. I mean, by little bits, I mean like 2 meters or 3 meters. That's just not a lot.
while it siphons most from the pig.
So yeah, that's a thing that I like doing, and I also want to get into cosplaying, but I think that's gonna eat up all the available space that I have in like a few days. But yeah, I want to do cosplaying so badly. And ooh. Where is the enemy? Where is the enemy actually? Is this guys here? I think they are. Ooh. Oh, we can actually switch this out if I mean switch this off if we want to. I didn't know about that.
Now we can escort it up the elevator. Goddess has unilaterally
So the thing is that this thing has like a nice little ooh.
What? The elevator's power line.
I didn't know about this stance.
You'll have to supply power manually. Find ionic charges scattered about. You do not want to take the stairs.
Oh, that's maybe gonna be a little bit too
It seems some of the ionic charges contained a more refined storage system. It should provide the elevator with an additional boost.
Oh, I did myself dirty here.
A sister beacon? Trigger too many
Come on.
of those, and you will have to find a sister of Marvel.
Just like that. Now we are back to this. So, where I was with this whole thingy? I think I was at the sewing machine thing, and you know that's a pretty how should I put this? That's a pretty nice skill to have, because you can actually repair your own clothing, and that's just nice if you can do that. And you can actually make some clothings to yourself as well. And that's a thing that I want to do, but as far as I think I only managed to do like a sweater one time. So yeah, that's
Reinforcements arriving
not
via the
another thing that I
observatory
usually
Should Goddess tell
do
them
too
they
often. But yeah, I think I can do some things if I manage to have the time to do that. But yeah, that's not the case nowadays. So it's just work and shit. So yeah, that's how I spend my little days. Oh, can I actually jump up there? Maybe I can. Not like that. Not particularly like that, but more like this. Oh, that's a good one. And we are going at 3 times the speed. And after that disappears, I'm gonna drop the other one in as well. Like that. And I think this guy might have actually just fallen down. But yeah, we have to keep up with the grind because otherwise it's gonna take a lot of time. And I don't want to spend all day here. I mean, I have the remaining 30 minutes to this thing, but yeah, that's all that I have for today. Well, this doesn't do too much damage. Or is it? Ooh. Come on. Well,
Love folks who love
that was
what
a
they do.
that was a Nora mission completed. Come on, let me pick this up. Why can't I? I think I already have one of these guys. Yes, indeed I do. Ooh. And that was a Blitz Eximus. And someone is dying over there. Well, that's not the best thing. And we are getting pretty close to the end of this little run. Ooh. Like that. Those guys are down, and I think this girly is gonna spawn somewhere over here.
By the time I'm done with you, you're gonna look like a normal person reflected in a puddle.
We have reached the top. But now we must escort the capsule to extraction. Be careful not to skip. It is a long way down.
And I kind of love how this combo works, and it's actually doing some serious damage to these guys. Not the most damage, I might add, but it's actually working. So I don't think there is too much to complain about. Because as you can see, it actually deals lots of status damage to these boys.
The capsule is secure, and the enemy have been
And that's another run of this completed. Melee affliction. That's another thing that we are looking for.
Another job well executed.
That we're gonna use this to our advantage, to our heavy build with the harmony. Melee elementalist. What does this thing do? Ooh. Ooh. That's a new one. That's another one that we were looking for. Can we go another round with this thing? I think we can. At least with one of the people. Two of the people, maybe the third one is also gonna accept. And the Iron Machine is actually having some loading issues, I think. And maybe that's just internet issues. where they are playing from. And my hair just died. Dried perfectly. I think.
Operator, when Jade left us, this area was infused with the light of her motes, a power that Corpus want to take
Like
for
that.
themselves. Not today. Orbis has gained control of the mote collectors. They work for the operator now. Protect them. Protect the collector while it draws motes from the air. Ordis would hate for more of Jade to be turned into terrible weapons.
Ooh. I kinda love how this thing works. But we're gonna collect these guys as well because we are looking for the... We are looking for the... I'm not sure what this thing is called. But we are in need of them because that's another perk that I want to research.
The capsule is ready. Onward and then upward. Those
One sister beacon
are
collected.
meant for the Corpus troops to call in backup.
Oh, so this
Ordis fears they have
guy
cut
just
the
ran
to the elevator.
through worlds,
Find ionic charges
through everything.
nearby.
So that's why we are getting the sister beacons this quickly.
Oh,
We're gonna deactivate this one because we do not want to jump off of this platform here.
it should provide the elevator with an additional boost. Ordis has unilaterally enabled the air support that will boost the height of your gallant leaps. Enjoy!
I wonder how high can I actually jump from here? Pretty high. But I want to switch this up so that I don't actually mess myself up with it. Maybe for this we can actually use that. Oh, and that was lots of status damages there. I kinda love the music of this game as well. I mean, this map's music is particularly good. And we're slowly but surely approaching the end of this here thingy, and it's still quite far away. But I think we can actually help it by looking for. Don't need this. By actually looking for the infused ones, because they give us the 3 times speed boost. But I can't actually find any of those ionic charge. I'm gonna just put it in here, so like such. Okay. I don't actually see any of those, except for this one. We can do that for 3 times the speed. Ooh, and there is another one of these guys. We're just gonna throw that over here, and we want to get back on top of this place. Like that. We need to be careful not to fall from this thingy, because it can actually take a lot of time to go back here. Oh, just like that. I need this now. Because otherwise we will not have the required jump height. It's kinda useful, if I may say. But grinding like this is kinda just boring. But yeah, that's the thing you have to do if you want to get the best stuff in this game. And I don't actually think that I'm gonna use that build for too long, because that just deals insane damages. But I think it's gonna be a nice little build to have. And I think I used up that charge in vain. We're gonna use the boosted charges because they can get us there much quicker. And we're actually not that far away anyway, so yeah, that's a nice thing. I know I'm not the most energetic today, but that is maybe because of the fact that I'm just kinda tired. Ooh. I wonder what did we get this time.
But now we must escort the capsule.
Some additional Vestigial moves.
Careful not to slip. It is a long way down.
Come on, why did it disappear? I kinda love how this frame works, because it just get closer and get closer, so that's nice. And I think we can actually prime the harmony later with the second spell of this frame, because that applies a lot of different statuses to it.
Another job well executed.
And we are getting close to the 200 mark of the Vestigial modes, but it's a shame that we need 300. That's just kinda problematic. But yeah, we're just gonna have to do this like 5 or 6 more times. But at least we are getting some Mesho relics out of this one as well. So we're just gonna try and do this a few more times at least. And the whole team is in on it, except for Iron Machine, and he's in as well. Vibe checkies, because that's the thing that we haven't done in a while.
The walls of this cave are saturated with Jade's final energy. Her motes.
Okay, wave is incoming.
No shame, and they aim to harvest her motes for their own twisted purposes. But not if we get to them first. Defend the filtration system. Bringing the mote collector online. Defend it.
Ooh. And now we just have to wait and kinda see see how this thing goes. Because this isn't actually too hard of a level.
Sending air supports to help you jump higher.
And
Fantastic! The capsule is full of moats. Now we can escort it up the elevator.
here is the door. And we're already going hard with the sister beacons.
Too many of those, and you will have to fight a sister of Parvo.
So trigger them!
Starting elevator ascension and they have cut the power. Otis is afraid you will have to power it manually. Look for ionic charges. Not all the ionic charges are the same. Some are more powerful. If you find those charges, it might make this easier.
And there is another one of these higher level charges. We're just gonna try and hit it from here. Because I want to take these guys with us as well. Like such. And it's kind of cool that I can use this second spell as like a third jump ability. And there is some Riven Silvers here. Do we have some of these upgraded charges? I'm not sure. That's a Jade Eximus? Can we actually jump up to somewhere from here? I think we can, to there. And see if we have any of those upgraded thingies. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Not really. In here? No. That's not the case, and I didn't intend it to do that. So what I have to do now is, I think I kind of messing up this right now. Oh, I think we can actually save it from here. Like that. Oh my god, why am I like this?
You want to hit those high notes? You gotta mean it.
Ooh. I love the talk of this girlie. Come on, how can I actually get up there? I'm thinking somewhere like this. And what the hell did just happen to this plate? I mean platform. We are getting pretty close to the end of this again. It's a shame that we still have to do this few times. Oh. Why did it set invalid target? I'm not actually sure. But I want to utilize all of these things. That. And will this thing spawn in? Ooh.
We have reached the top. But now we must escort the capsule to extraction. Be careful not to slip. It is a long way down.
There aren't actually that many enemies on this level if I need to be honest, because yeah, or there is another possibility, which is that we are just dealing so much damage to these guys that it just takes everything down. You know what we maybe can actually use the precision intensify on this build as well. I mean, that's a thing that I haven't actually used before, but I think now that I see how much damage we are doing with
Excellent work, Tenno.
this one is what we are looking for. So how much damage this thing actually does, maybe it will be better. I'm not gonna leave this team, I think. Maybe. And we don't actually have another round in this team. Well, that can conclude to actually the end of this stream, I think, because I have some things that I actually want to still do, and this girl is kind of looking insane. Look at it, the little hug. He's just killing me. So, sorry that this was kind of boring at the end and boring in the middle and boring at the start of it. So yeah, sadly that's all I could do for today, because yeah, I have some things that I want to do as well. So thank you for watching and hope to see you guys again here soon. And as always, love you all.